Welcome back to another episode of Tigers. I'm Dawson Molinex.
And I'm Levi Francis. Today our episode is packed full of interesting features.
Tonight at 5 p.m. at L&M, there is a JV wrestling tournament, and on Saturday, January 19th at 11:15 p.m., varsity boys basketball versus Don Bosco at U.S. Cellular Center, and then at 9 a.m., varsity wrestling at Center Point.
Then on Sunday, January 19th, we are hosting Tiger Club Wrestling Tournament. Then on Monday, January 21st, there is a boys basketball game at Holy Trinity. At 9 a.m. on Tuesday, on the 22nd, varsity wrestling at Center Point.
Then on Thursday, at the 24th, there is a varsity bowling at Mount Pleasant. On the same day at 4:30 p.m., JV boys, varsity girls, and boys basketball versus Van Buren, which will be here, as well as the high school wrestling team will be at Pekin.
We have an intriguing episode coming to you after the intro.
Today we'll be taking a look at Izzy's January fun facts, along with community food pantry and middle school and high school classroom highlights.
This episode should be fun-packed. First off is the community food pantry. Take it away, Kara and Sarah.
Hi, I'm Kara Krieger,
And I'm Sarah Sanderson,
reporting for KTTV.
and we're giving you the inside scoop on the food pantry.
As a district, we really want to do things that help our students and our families. So I had looked into a backpack program last year, and they said maybe wait because there were going to be changes in the system on how they disperse food. So Mr. Walls called them this year, and they told us about having a food bank in our school. So we took advantage of it, and this is the result of partnering with the Iowa Food Bank.
Okay.
Right now, we're serving about 25 to 30 families, and we would love to see that grow. We encourage everyone to think about using the pantry. There's two ways to qualify. You can qualify by income, which means that you have access to anything that we have in our pantry. You just simply sign a form. You do that once a year. And the other way is that you just come and receive food. The only difference is you do not receive the USDA foods, which typically is like 4 to 5 different foods that we receive a month. So it's still a great advantage to times when we've stretched ourselves too thin budget-wise, especially after Christmas. The way to qualify for using the food bank is very simple. There's a form that you fill out, and you check one of 2 boxes on if you receive SNAP or free and reduced lunches, and sign your name. You only do that once a year, and you can have access to anything that's in the food bank. You have to have a student enrolled in the New London K-12 school system. The other way is that you don't sign that paper, and you have a student enrolled in our district, and you simply come in and use the food pantry. The only difference is you won't receive those few items that we receive that are considered USDA. For example, on our first order, there was like only 4 things that were USDA. So you would come in and you would have access to any of these other things. So for people who have tight months and things happen, or we overextend ourselves, we want people to come in and use this resource, because we're really, really excited about being able to provide this for our people in our community and our students.
This has been Kara Krieger
And Sarah Sanderson,
reporting for KTTV.
I think it's fantastic that our school has decided to do this for people in need.
It really is something great. Helps people in need to make it easy for their parents. But up next, we have Izzy's January Fun Facts. Take it away, Izzy.
Hi, this is Izzy Manning doing the January Fun Facts. January first ring in the new year of 2019. January's birthstone is Garnet. January 8th is Elvis Presley's birthday. January is known as National Sing Healthy Month. On the third Monday of January, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is observed. The zodiac sign for January is Capricorn from December 22nd to January 19th, and Aquarius from January 20th to February 18th. January is National Blood Honor Month. January is also known as National Soup Month. Hi, this has been Izzy Manning reporting for Tiger Television.
I really did not know some of those. It really surprises what you can figure out with research.
Really, I got to agree with you. I really didn't know too much about January. But up next, we have our high school and middle school highlights.
Welcome to Classroom Highlights. First up, we have Mr. Benson's class. We found Mr. Benson's 8th grade social studies students giving a presentation today. They are studying the Civil War. Each student was responsible for 2 slides in their group presentation. This particular group was presenting over Abraham Lincoln. Their classmates are taking notes over their presentations, and each group is responsible for deciding which information would be important to remember for a long term. A very important lifelong learning skill.
Next up, Miss Kennel's class. Students in Mrs. Kennel's freshman English class are working on newsletters. This idea came after the students finished discussing the effects the stereotypes had on society in the novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. As a group, they discussed current stereotypes, and then each individual student wrote a persuasive research paper for why that stereotype is untrue. Students then found like-minded peers across both English 1 classes and have had to figure out how to work together to synthesize their papers into one article. Now they are done at peer editing and are hoping to get it published in newsletters, both as paper copies in the community and
Mrs. Martin's and Mrs. Campbell's class. 8th graders in Miss Martin's and Miss Campbell's English classes have started their annual restaurant project. It's a fun way for students to research, practice grammar, work on editing and group work skills, and get real-world exposure in multiple areas. Students have already chosen their restaurants' names and logos, so be sure to ask what group they're working on in the coming weeks. Groups will be researching menu, design, and content, creating their own menus using cost analysis, design a 3D floor plan, and finish by creating a commercial for the restaurant. More updates to come.
And finally, we have Mrs. Nelson's child development class. Development students learn the importance of healthy eating for toddler-aged children. Students familiarize themselves with My Plate and the main food groups and research toddler food on Pinterest. A popular form of healthy snacks and meals that toddlers will eat is to create fun shapes with various colors and types of food. In Japanese culture, this process is called bento, which means convenient. Bento boxes have become increasingly popular, especially for making fruits and vegetables more appealing to children. Bento boxes are usually healthy, bite-sized pieces of fruits, veggies, and meat, and are easy for an on-the-go lifestyle.
Wow, that really was cool.
It really was. It's fun getting to know that our classes get together and do stuff like this. But I'm Dawson Monex.
And I'm Levi Francis.
And we'll see you next time on
Tiger Television.